While you guys are rolling in, let me answer this phone call real quick, okay? What's up, guys? All right, we got 50 people here. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. Not really going through a great day today. I thought it was going to be a good day. I thought we were going to have, um, you know, an amazing conversation or multiple conversations, but literally through the whole morning, I've been dealing with kind of BS that's been happening at a dealership. Specifically, right? I'm going to mention the name, specifically Quakertown Mitsubishi. Um, it's just a freaking problem, right? I can explain the situation if you guys want me to, because it is something that is like it's making me very upset. Um, and I don't like being upset, especially in a day where I was like, all right, well, Hayden went through potty training all last week. Now we can start fresh. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it's definitely a problem. I gotta remove this guy. What's going on here? I'm gonna hide the user on the channel. Um. Anyways, let's see. Can you please explain? All right. Well, thank you for saying that. Well, basically, we bought a used car for my brother, who was incarcerated for a long time in for a situation that um, was not true. Let's say that, and he tried to fight it, and they gave him more time for it. So he was incarcerated for a while, trying to get him back on his feet, and he's doing well, just like he was before. But they always try and get you with something. Anyways, I tried to get him a car and help him out and everything. We got a used car that was like $4,600 or something. We asked him, we were like, "Is it inspected?" He was like, "Yes, it's inspected, fully inspected. I saw the sticker. It said 2024." And then we go back and basically it said that this is not inspected, and we had to get it inspected. And when he did, it was going to cost $2,000 because of a major rust problem inside of it. So we purchased the vehicle on Saturday, which was 2 days ago. Well, 2 days, business days ago, right? So under Pennsylvania, what is it? Consumer or unfair trade policy or something like that. We have 3 days to return the vehicle, but they're saying that they don't have a return policy, that they don't want to return the car and all this other stuff. And it's become an issue because I paid the money and I would be out $4,600 if that's the case. And it's just ridiculous how they would say, yeah, it's bad. And if it's going to cost you that much in order to get everything running, and it already has like 100,000+ miles on it, like it's not worth it. And we knew that wasn't worth it. So we made it apparent that it has to be inspected, and it can't have any major structural damages. It can't have any major problems, and it has major problems. So they basically lied to our face. It drove well. But underneath all of the hidden under, it was like what was swept under the rug was a bunch of structural damage, problems, rust problems. So now we have to deal with taking that back and trying to get a refund. And the lady over there at Quakertown Mitsubishi, if you guys want to give them a call, go ahead and give them a call. She basically was very rude to me right from the start. I was like, yeah, if you're going to interrupt me. I was like, I'm not interrupting. I'm just telling you the story. I want to tell you everything before you jump into trying to understand. Let's tell you everything to help you understand. And she was like, if you're going to be rude, then you're going to have to talk to somebody else. And she hung up on me. And I was like, okay, thanks. So I called back. It was just a major problem this morning. I was supposed to go live at 8 o'clock, and I was actually going to go live from 8 till maybe like 10 or even 11. And now I'm live because I want to think about something else. It keeps going through the back of my head. I keep thinking about it. But yeah, it's definitely a process. I might just give them a call. Yeah, I was just like, why would you talk to somebody like that? Like, and say, no, we're absolutely not going to do any refund, knowing that your salesperson lied to our faces and was just like, yeah, everything's fine. That's like them going, yeah, it's we got a 2012, whatever, or 2023, whatever. And then you get there and it's a tricycle. It's like, all right, well, you purchased it. It doesn't matter. We're not taking the refund, and we charged you $27,000. And the salesman was even telling us that they have a problem with people thinking that they're getting a deal on a car, and they come there and it's $3,000 more because it's owned by, certain people, right? And they were like, yeah, it's owned by somebody that lives out of the country, or owned by somebody that lives out of state. And they were just like, yeah, we try and push back the prices, but in reality, the prices are actually a little bit higher. We push back the mileage. And I'm like, okay, why are you telling us this after we purchased the vehicle? Like, couldn't you tell us this before? Then we wouldn't have trusted you from the beginning. Like, we wouldn't have trusted the dealership from the start if you would have told us that they lied to everyone's faces as people buy vehicles. And I don't want to sit here and bring that up and put the guy's job in jeopardy for telling us something and being real with us. But if it comes to the situation where he's not going to give us the refund, you damn sure I'm going to bring that up to them. Like, look, he was over here complaining to us about the fact that this is a horrible dealership and they always gouge the prices and or gouge people on deals and stuff like that. So if it comes to that, I'll bring it up. I really don't care. Give me my $4,600 back and we're good. We'll bring it over to either another dealership or find another purchase here. As long as it's legit. I won't do another purchase there. They tell you it's your due diligence to check the car. Yeah, like we can go underneath all of the padding and everything and try and lift the car to see if it has rust, in it. And that's something we had to go through inspection in order to figure out. And I was wondering why it had a green sticker and it had a like kind of I don't know, like a pinkish red sticker, which was from 2023. And my thought process through that, when he told me it was inspected, I was like, all right, it's fully inspected. This is a different situation because we were searching through cars for different states. Some states don't need both inspection stickers. They only need like one or something, or no inspection stickers at all, not on the front. Um, and I was like, all right, well, this is a situation where they have previous year and this year to see that it's currently up to date. But no, it was an emission sticker. And I guess structural damage or whatever the normal inspection is. So I was like, what in the world? I was so pissed off. I'm still pissed off. And the fact that she talked to me so rudely, because you don't even know if I'm going to come back and like purchase another vehicle. Why are you talking to a customer like that? You honestly don't know who I am. I could be somebody that actually has a massive following online and can basically say, hey, this company sucks. We live in that era to where there's anybody can have a bad experience and it go viral. Now, I'm not saying that I would do that, and I told her that I'm not a person to leave reviews or anything like that unless I truly have a horrible experience, um, or great experience. I never really leave one in between, but like it's crazy. Quakertown, howdy neighbor. So yeah, that was my morning. That's my morning, and it was eventful, and it's probably going to be eventful later because I have to drive an hour and a half in order to get there. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because I drove on Saturday. I have to drive today, and my wife is not going to be happy with the fact that I have to go out there in order to figure this stuff out because I don't want my brother to lose his head. I don't want him to go uh you know and say something that he shouldn't say or anything like that. Like I want to make sure we stay cool, calm, and collective. And if we have to sue, we have to sue because I feel like we're returning it under that 3 day period, right? If we let's go back here. Like I searched it just to understand like if it's true. You should have a time frame to return anything, and it seems like dealerships don't want you to um, you know this at all. But apparently, you have 3 days, right? A 3 day right to cancel a purchase existing under the Pennsylvania Unfair Trade Practices and Consumer Protection Law. But only applies to sales involving either telephone or in-person contact with the buyer at home. So, we like I know that this is a we should be protected, and then also selling a damaged, insanely damaged vehicle, saying that there's no structural problems is ridiculous. So I don't know. Anyways, hi Matt. Lunic might have its first AI app chain. Um, from Edward Kim, you will get testnet tokens by burning Lunic. The tokens can only be used for machine learning activities. I mean, that's good if it applies some sort of use case with it. That's always a good thing. In the UK, you have 14 days to change your mind. Yeah, we should have three. We have 3 days to do that. I know it's stupid as hell. I pray you get your money back. Yeah, so do I. Is this a crypto buy zone? Yes, that answers it. And then the end of the live stream, right? Uh, I'm not saying I just left a Google review. That's funny. Yeah, I wish that I had that much influence. I don't want to like I don't no, I actually wish and didn't wish that I had that much influence because I don't want to be that person to have to um tank a business or leave a review and have everybody that follows me upset with that business as well. It's a lot of pain that you deal with something like that, but I'm just trying to help someone out. Like I'm trying to help my brother out, get on his feet, get his situation ready, get his living situation a lot better, and just get back to normal life, missing so many years. So trying to do something nice and kind of getting screwed over in the process is like is not something I expect, but definitely something that's kind of normal, right? We see it all the time where people are trying to do something nice, they get screwed over. And I hope that's not the case here. I hope that we can get the money back and find a better better car, better situation. So you go to subscribers only. Call again, document names, time. So I know I have the receipt. I wish I had a call recorder, just to basically get an understanding if we are going to have that returned. Now, my brother did call me and said that they don't usually do returns, but they're going to um, do this return because of the situation. Um, but they said that the guy that signs off on returns um, is there at 12 and he's there until close. So um, I don't want to have to drive another hour to go to a place, and then if we wanted to get another car, we would drive to another place. It's such a pain. It's such a problem. Um, and this is why I always go to the same place. Like I leased my car. I went to Savage Kia for however many years at this point. I've been going to them pretty much every year since I've been driving. Um, and it makes sense to do so, right? Once you find a dealership that you like, you kind of stick with them, you know? Even if you have to haggle some things down, they understand that that's the game you play. But yeah, I stuck with him, and I'm sure he wants to just find something that will be comfortable, um, that he can pay a small amount, and go on about his day. And I'm sure he can find something that he could pay a cheaper price. But I just don't know if this is the play. I don't know if um, getting a car that's um, I don't know if getting a used car is even the play at this point. Finding maybe a used car that will last you a little bit longer, so something in the $10,000 range doesn't matter, and get a loan. That could be the case. But we definitely have to think this through. And I'll, be more of a cosign there, and we don't have to go through me as the bank, because with him being gone for so long, he doesn't really have credit history. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We are speaking normal, with 2 to 3 people, and they are thousands of kilometers away. Wait, what are you talking about? They sold you a lemon, basically. It's better than not getting your money back, bro. Just go ahead and take the drive. Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying that I'm not going to take the drive because of how far it is, or the fact that I don't want it. I'm like, you know what? Just keep it. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go there. We're going to figure this situation out, get the refund, be respectful, because I feel like you gotta give respect to get respect in both cases, not just us, but them. So I hope that they're very respectful. But how I initially started the conversation with her, I was just trying to explain things, and she was very, very rude. I'm not going to say her name. I don't know. I don't even remember her name, actually. Um, but yeah, she was very, very rude. If the dealership wants to make the sale, they will go get the car and bring it to their lot. Get some pre 2020. Prices are nuts on all cars now, even used. Yeah, I mean, they're you look at cars that have like 120, 130,000 miles on it, and you're spending $5,000. My first car that I bought was $800. It makes it seem like I'm from like 1942 or something. I don't really know. The first car that I bought was $800, and it drove perfectly for 5 years, and we still had like I think 50,000 miles on it because we didn't drive it that much. And I did drive back and forth from Lancaster, but it wasn't something where it was every day. So we only had 50,000 miles on it total, and it was um I forget what it was, a Taurus, a Ford Taurus, old school Ford Taurus. And I don't know where it is now, but it drove great, and it was $800. What happened to those cars? Why can't we find one of those? I'm thinking we can find one for less than $5,000. We find one that's cool, that drives perfect. But no, everything is like $7,000, $10,000 for a car that's not even drivable. We went out to New Jersey, right? And I know this isn't about crypto. We're just kind of talking here. We went out to New Jersey, And we're looking for cars there because a lot of times you find a better option that's there. Well, we went there. There was a car that we were interested in that was 3,900. Um, it seemed to like drive okay. But then the turn signals, all this stuff really didn't work correctly. So it was kind of a little bit of a driving hazard. So we were like, all right, let's bring this price down. They were like, no, we're not going to bring the price down. And I was like, it has over 100,000 miles on it, well over 100,000 miles on it. It's a 2007, the least desirable Jeep Compass, is the least desirable Jeep that you could have, and they were just not fans of it. So we went to the next place, and the next place was like, yeah, we have this 2012. I think it was like an Acura with like a navigation and everything, and they were like, yeah, we can give it to you for like 6,000. And I was like, all right, 2012 has a navigation, 6,000. That's not bad at all. And they were like, but it needs a muffler, so you're gonna have to get a muffler for it. And I was like, what? Like it it needs a muffler? And they were like, yeah, and it also has 188,000 miles on it. I'm like, wait, hold. That sounds like it's a little ridiculous at this point. So it's just a problem. But yeah, they were like trying to give us cars that need help, and they were like, you're not going to find anything in that price range without needing help. And I was like, when I bought my first car, it was $800 and it ran perfectly. Did it have wooden tires? Great opportunity to buy the dip on Jasmine Coin. I haven't seen what Jasmine Coin was doing. I'll have to take a look at it. It is down to 64, 65% of a penny, down 7% today. That's a pretty steep drop. Seeing the same amount of volume, which is definitely interesting, but yeah, we're seeing a pretty steep drop in Jasmine Coin, down about 7% today. Interesting, very very interesting. Cars have went up for the same reason rent has. Businesses realize people will pay it, so they continue to charge it. Yeah, it's insane, honestly. I'm wondering if I could find something to where we can go to like a certain place around here and get a car that's I mean, if you're paying a 7% interest rate on a certain, well, it's 5% at this point, not 7%. Let me go back here. Paying 5% interest on $10,000. Obviously, over a certain period of time, over a certain amount of months, you would have interest on the overall amount that you are paying there. So, um, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you wouldn't be paying. Um, I'm trying to get him to like $100 payment. If he can get $100 payment a month, and then obviously put more to it, that would be amazing because then he has room and he doesn't have to worry about being in major debt and having the largest payment possible. He can have $100 payment and then make the bigger payments that he wants to make in order to have whatever car he wants to have. So um, we can figure this out. But I really want to get him something that rides smooth, that's reliable for the next however many years. And we definitely will. What do you guys pay for insurance there? For my car insurance, I only pay like 130 for house, home, and auto. I think that's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. Where we were before, it was like 219, and we were like, this is way too high. So 130 really works with Liberty Mutual. Are you guys jumping on Pepe bandwagon also? I'm not. I think it's jumped up, and I don't think it will jump up again like it did. I mean, you never know. I mean, you could see hype, and a lot of hype is built out of things like that. So you could see it pump again. It's just taking the risk on a lot of plays that have had the same opportunity or have had the same hype behind it. It just doesn't make sense, right? The other ones that we've seen run, right? What positions or what plays have you seen make these moves and make consistent positive moves to gain a hell of a lot, right? Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Terra Luna Classic made a huge pump from the lower lows that it was at. You have maybe Baby Doge that had a little bit of a pump. You had some major ones that had pumps, but nothing that really got into like the multiple billions of dollars of a market cap. Those are the ones that you want to find, but it's very tough to find. And I don't think um, Pepe, and hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's that play. I think it's definitely something that people can make money off of, and it's great if you made money, but find a way to get some of that gains or profit or initial profit or whatever, and put it towards an investment that you truly do believe in. Now, if you do believe in Pepe and where it's going, then feel free to go ahead and believe in that position. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the worst position ever, because it's not. There are worse positions that are out there. Um, but, you may be taking a risk, just like, we are taking risks in all the positions that we're playing. Just make sure you do your research on everything that you see there, and, you know, I guess dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Definitely an XRP buy zone. I mean, there's a lot of buy zones right now. Matt, the Kingdom coin launched today and almost 8x pump today. Any thoughts and recommendation? If it's an 8x pump and you haven't got into the play, I mean, I'd probably stay away. You said Kingdom. I'm very cold down here. I should probably turn on the heat. Is this it? Can't be it. It's up 100% volume, but that can't be it. What's the is it the Kingdom coin? Is that how you King? So it's up 16% today. Let's see where this has gone. Yeah, I mean, from what it's showing on CoinMarketCap, it's not really showing too much information that it did have an 8x, but a lot of times you see that CoinMarketCap only tracks it when it gets on CoinMarketCap, right? They don't track it beforehand. They look at it where it is, because obviously ApeCoin started at a certain level and you saw this push to different levels, and a lot of other plays did the same thing. So I wouldn't doubt that it did have an 8x, and now it's sitting at about a $32 million market cap with about $1 million in volume. 100% of the supply is out there. That's fantastic. Now, it is self-reported. Doesn't mean that 100% of the supply is 100% confirmed that it's out there. But again, it's up 20%. That's something that I usually stay away from. If it's up 20%, if I see a lot more push to it, a lot more potential with it, then yes, I may put my foot in the door. But a lot of times when something is up a decent amount or up 800%, I'm not going to go ahead and get into that play, because of the fact that I feel like it already ran a hell of a lot, and right now you would be losing out on all the opportunity inside of that frame, right? Inside that price range. And you're going to basically not only lose out on what the gains were, you lost out on the gains, or you also are risking your investment heavily by investing at a peak point. So that's my opinion. Binance burned 1.2 billion Lunic. Did they? I didn't even realize it was the first, honestly. I've been dealing with all this stuff there. Nothing wrong with a little Pepe. I bought up Blaze because it was designed to burn SHIB. Well, that's good. If you're looking to improve SHIB in any way, that's obviously a good thing. Just make sure you're careful with any investment that you have, and you do a lot of research, because it's very tough to understand what people's intentions are, especially with cryptocurrency. I'm not saying their intentions are bad, or anybody around it, their intentions are bad. It's just you never know. Honestly, you don't, because things can go south. It looks like people have gains, and then they end up taking it. I was a part of certain coins that I felt as though had good like influencers and people with it, but when they see the money start to dive, when they see the value start to dive, they end up getting out, because they want to protect not only their investment, right? They want to protect the money that was paid to them in order to promote the position. And honestly, if you believe in the position, yes, you want to see your investment. And that's why whenever I decide to do any type of promotion now, instead of like partnership, it's not around the coin. It's whatever, I can be paid outside of the coin, then that's where that payment goes into, and I can put it into any play that I want, or just put it in my bank account, because it's not affecting the price or the movement or anything there. Now, if I receive tokens as well, that's great to receive tokens. I will not do anything with it. I will, display what I have and be transparent with people, but it doesn't make sense to be paid in the project when people are going to, want to take the value of that out of there because they were paid to do something, right? If you're paid in your paycheck, let's say you do construction or whatever, and they pay you $2,000, and they told you this $2,000 has to stay, in your bank account and you can't touch it. You'd be like, all right, well, that's not fair, right? I'm working hard and I want to be able to buy the things that I can buy. So that's the same thing that they would do with cryptocurrency. Why are you taking coins within the project, knowing that that's how you're being paid, and you're going to use that money as your standard income? So as you are being paid to do that, you're kind of screwing over all the people that are investing with that project as well. So I haven't taken any payments. I think the only one was from like Zelda. I think that was like where I changed things up, and I'm not taking, like, I have a lot of tokens, right? And I'm continuing to gain a lot as the APY was gaining. Now it's not doing that right now, but um, I'm looking for that to grow to something bigger, as well as Terra or Lunatics token. I'm looking for that to grow to something bigger. All my other investments are investments so that I can take profit. Same thing with you guys. You probably want to take profit as well. I dug into Jasmine a bit. As to me, it's starting to look like an unregistered security. It's a main team pushing a roadmap, creating an expectation of profit based on others' work. So you think that their main team is pushing an expectation of profit based on others' worth? Um, but I'm just trying to see how that makes it an unregistered security. If the coin itself, it's not really, that's related around the team that's doing a lot of stuff for that. Because if you look at every single project that's out there, everything that they're trying to create, um, is everything around the community, and not saying just the project themselves, is looking to create something that will generate profit so that that profit can be used maybe even towards improving the business, or whatever, right? If you're looking at, let's say, Shiba Inu, they're building the metaverse, and I'm sure they're going to look to take profit throughout building the metaverse and different businesses associated with it. But their coins itself is not something that they're looking to essentially profit from, right? Or build profit, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to look into it a little bit more, but I don't see that. But it's always great to get a different perspective. And obviously, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm kind of blind to the fact that I'm invested into the play. So I don't know. Wow. Last time I checked, it was down 2%. Now it's down 4.6%. We're definitely in a buy zone. Are you going to talk about this crypto buy zone? Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's exactly what I was talking about here. Um, Currently, we're at 4.6% down. Anytime you see a decrease, it makes sense to have some sort of a buy zone. Um, the issue that a lot of people will have is they're like, I want to buy at the lowest point possible. And you can't always invest at the lowest point possible. You can't always buy at the lowest point possible because you never know where the lowest point possible is. But buying at more retracement areas, buying at places to where prices are decreasing, I mean, that totally makes sense, and it can happen. And you're seeing that right now. You can invest into Bitcoin at a lower price point and know that it has strength above this point. Ethereum, know that it has strength above this point. It was over $2,000 per coin. BNB, know that it does have strength above this point, even though it's kind of up in the last 24 hours rather than being down. XRP as well, Cardano being down 5%, Solana being down 7%, Shiba Inu being at an added zero, dropped down 3%. So you know that there are definitely buy zones within here. Um, and hopefully, people can make good purchases out of it. They're also a company with paid employees. Wait, what? They're also a company with paid employees? How does that, just trying to understand where you're coming from there. There's a lot of companies with paid employees. Exchanges have a company with paid employees. A lot of people that are devs behind projects are paid employees as well. Am I making an argument for everything being an unregistered security? What's profit look like? I guess that's a good question. Now, are you invested in Love Hate Inu? It's launching soon. Or am I investing? Probably not. I don't have a plan on investing into anything right now. So I could tell you that definitely things are kind of on a little bit of a pause. I haven't had um, many gains that I'm looking to pull from. Now I have gains, but I don't have any gains that I'm looking to pull something out of. Um, so I would say no, because not because it's not a good project or I don't think it's a good project. It's because I'm not looking to invest right now. I'm still holding these investments. I'm not looking for new investments. Gary Gensler said flat out that if crypto has a roadmap and a team of people pushing it on socials, the then it's a security. That you can't apply that. That doesn't make sense. I think yeah, I that's ridiculous. Morning. Lest they are saying everything outside of BTC is a security. But anything that's completely decentralized or doesn't have a known team behind it, then they're not. Everything that doesn't have a known team behind it is not a security. Anything that does have a known team behind it and a known group, you know, innovating and changing and doing all these other things, that's labeled as a security. That's ridiculous. That's something that I can't agree with. And who's it to me? Who am I to say this? But um, yeah, I don't agree with that. But it's not for me to decide, right? Maybe it's for me to decide ultimately. Uh, what are your thoughts about AI blockchains? And what are your top five coins? And is Lunix still a good entry price? That's a lot of questions. So I think AI is definitely the future. I'm not so sure about how that fully fits into cryptocurrency, honestly. Just to be 100% frank, and even though my name's Matt, I think, yeah, I don't know how that really flows into crypto and how will be fully implemented there. Um, but I don't have any top five investments for AIs. I know that there's some AI plays that you can search online and find the top five investments. I did make a video on the top five by market cap, but it's not necessarily from me. I do think that AI is kind of a game changer. I just want to see how it's going to be, implemented, how the two are going to tie together, right? And I'm sure there's a way, um, but it's not something that is 100% that it'll be this way or that way, right? There's different things that I have seen. But yeah, I don't have any like huge recommendations on AI plays. Just like I still say the same thing about metaverses and how cryptocurrency is really going to be implemented within there, right? There's a simple process where we can understand that metaverses could do something where it's virtual experience. Everything that you purchase is through that specific cryptocurrency, knowing that you have to purchase it in order to buy or do something on that platform, which makes partnering with gaming companies and Meta and whoever a valuable thing to have, because if you partner with them, you understand that you can be a part of that experience and be the main um, currency for that experience, which is a big deal, right? If you have, let's say, a virtual Disney World that a lot of people can go to for a discounted ticket and just walking around the area, and you can do that because everything is mapped out within their Disney World metaverse. Well, now you have a way of spending money, and maybe they're looking to have a certain cryptocurrency that you can spend within there, right? Convert your money just like you would on ramp and an exchange. You on ramp there, boom. Now you have that cryptocurrency. You can spend that cryptocurrency, whether it's Disney bucks or whatever you call it. Um, it turns into something way bigger, and it's a way bigger experience. And people will do it because not only is it that vacation that you could go to, right, leave, but it's also a vacation that you could take within your house and just experience that every single day and just spend money in different places in order to do things, whether it's a virtual experience on a ride, or it's a virtual experience buying certain items and, testing it out, trying it on your avatar that's mapped out to have your same dimensions of your body shape to know if it's going to fit right, right? Know if it's going to feel right and feel a little bit better. That's something that could be done. And that's kind of implementing AI as well by knowing your body shape and everything there. But it's definitely interesting where we're going to go and just my thought process on how this can work. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be this way. That was a good joke. Thank you. Um, if a team is pushing a project that's giving folks the expectation of profit, that could be considered a security. The team is saying things like Moon can create that expectation. Well, if the team is saying that, yes. So if the team comes out and goes, hey, this could be um, whatever. No, that still doesn't make sense. No, no, because if it's about um, the investors, the outside investors, they can say whatever they want. If the team is going, hey, this is going to be a great investment, they just could believe in their project or uh, believe in it more. It's not about whether it is a security or not, or saying that people are going to just make a ton of profit out of it. It's bringing people in. If I say, hey, you're going to, trying to think of an example, can't think of an example. Um, if you're going to make money through selling candy in a vending machine, um, maybe that doesn't apply well. But either way, I don't see that applying, and you can probably go back and forth on arguing that. Um, but if that's the only thing that the team is doing, then maybe. But if the team is going, hey, this is going to be, a great project. I mean, they should be confident in their project. They should be able to talk about it like that and say that this is going to be worth a hell of a lot more. Absolutely. I'm sure um, a lot have said that. But yeah, I still don't know. It all depends on where they land with it, right? The wording is one thing, but interpreting that wording is a whole nother like animal. You're sitting here saying that this is an apple, but people are like, well, the way that they said it, it made it seem like it was sarcastic, saying like it's not an apple, and they'll just keep arguing the facts around what the words are, instead of looking at the words and saying this is what it means. They'll give you it and say there's so much gray area here, so that if you apply in any way to that, now it's labeled as a security, and that's on them to determine that. And honestly, we're gonna fight it, and you're gonna see uh, projects that fight it, exchanges that fight it, and maybe you don't win, maybe you lose some. In the eyes of the SEC, it's all about creating the expectation of profit from others' work. Yeah, I bet. That's all they want to see because it pushes their narrative. It's just like how anything politically would push like a Republican or a Democrat's narrative because that's the way that they do things on certain networks, which is ridiculous. Just give us the news and we'll interpret what it actually means. We don't need you to go, hey, this is the reason because of this is the reason because of that. But that's a whole nother story. That's what the government does. Just know some of us love when you come on here and talk about your personal life, not just crypto, your family, and some of us we want to know about your personal life too. Yeah, I appreciate that. Obviously, I won't share everything, but I I will share things that are frustrating me or what's going on and where I stand, why I'm distant in certain times, why I haven't recorded or whatever. So I do appreciate you saying that because I do like to come on here and share stuff. And I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh well, you're just like kind of like for me, people saying, hey, you're a trained monkey and just tell us about crypto. That's all you're good for. Like I don't want that. I want to have a connection with people. And if you think that that's the case, that you're just going to say, hey, give me this, give me your expectations on this, and that's all I want. Um, then I mean that's what you can get. Eventually, you'll get it but it's not something to where I'm just going to jump to the opportunity or jump to that to say this is this is what this is and just completely cut off any conversation that I'm having. So I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot. Do you think that we will see another dip in the market before the next bull run? We're currently seeing a dip. I don't know what you classify as a dip, like down below $1 trillion market cap. I mean, it's definitely looking like we're trying to get back to normal, and we're still in that area of trying to understand where we are. Right. I was watching a video earlier today about corporate profits and inflation numbers. Right. Inflation was through the roof, and we saw people that were struggling to buy a lot of things, but businesses, a lot of corporations were the only ones that were open during 2020, right? You saw the stock market rise. And why was the stock market rising? Because people were defaulting to only buying at Walmart and Target and Best Buy and all these other places, because they couldn't go to mom and pop places. They couldn't go to their normal like computer repair place because they weren't open, right? They weren't allowed to be open. They were on a complete lockdown. So, and the complete lockdown gave us the ability to go to Walmart and Target and grocery stores and all of the big companies that sell their products just so they can have record profits. Now they did have record profits, so why are we still paying high prices for their record profits? Because it's supply and demand, right? That's what it's all about to them. It's all about money to them. And um, honestly, I don't know why. I'm trying to think of where I'm going with this, because I know I tend to lose my my train of thought sometimes because I go off in another tangent or another conversation. Um, but related to the next bull run, um, I'm not so sure where we stand with inflation. I'm not so sure where we stand with everything, and it's kind of a confusing time period for a lot of retail investors. Like, is it going to go? Is it not going to go? We've been going through this for over a year at this point, and people are saying that we may see the bull run happen in 2024. And at this point, getting basically halfway through the year, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like the end of the year, we're going to see things start to, really take a leap up, and then the beginning of the year, we see things absolutely skyrocket. It's been 5 months, and we were hoping that the new year would have a complete turnaround, especially with the 9 months of decreased inflation, as well as hopefully we have decreased interest rates as well when we get to was it the 14th or something? I can't remember what the date is for the meeting, just to see if we have decreased interest rates um, or whatever, right? I think our interest rates are up to what, like 7%, something like that. No, you're human. We're talking, bro. It's like a family here. Well, thank you. Uh, Better yet, this is my first and only real crypto community I'm attached to. I appreciate that, Major Duck. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the likes, everybody. We got 100 likes already, and we've been live for I think about an hour, maybe a little over, or maybe under actually. 49 minutes. So thank you guys for hitting the like button. I appreciate all of you that are here. I would love to go live a lot longer, and I think I'm going to. I decided to um, not work a 9 to 5. Yes, to spend a lot more time with my family, but also um, to be able to put more time into YouTube and more effort into maybe live streaming as well. And I probably should be live streaming a little bit more. I know sometimes I, go golfing and record golfing videos, which is always fun. And I love to do it. Love to get out and play golf, but I I should be taking a lot more time and putting it into crypto investing, into live streams, right? Because the live streams are fun. It's simple communication, back and forth, and we just chat it up. Hey, please consider joining the channel. Memberships are only 99 cents a month. Yes, that's true. Definitely do that. Do you remember the rug pull called Squid? Pepe is running similar in that way. I don't think um, Pepe is a rug pull. That's stealing from oneself like an idiot. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that that's the case. Squid was running at a ridiculous rate. So Squid Game or whatever it was, that ran at a ridiculous rate because people were not allowed to sell. However, with Pepe, it's a different story. They're allowed to sell. It's not something where it's in the contract where people are just buying and buying and buying, and it gets up to a $2 trillion market cap, and they rug pull everything and take everybody's money. That's not what we're standing with here. And I don't think that's the case, but you never know. You never know what their intentions are. It could get to a certain level, and then people are like, I want to give up on the play. I don't want to be a part of it anymore, and I want to put my money into something else. And that could be the case. You never know. I'm not saying it is. Um, but yeah, that was ridiculous when I saw that. It all went to zero very quickly. Um, I don't like so much ADA. Why don't you like ADA? I like Cardano. Currently at 38 cents. It's down about 5% today, but I do like Cardano quite a bit. It has a long hold time. People believe in it. The community is what makes a project, make or breaks a project. Do you think crypto will pump after Bitcoin's halving next year? I mean, that's the main thought, right? Um, but honestly, I would like to see something happen beforehand with just getting back to normal with inflation. Um, Getting out of those talks of a major recession and all of that stuff and um get back to normal, right? Normal being consistent movement, seeing some gains, seeing some pumps, but consistently on the moving up, right? On the up escalator rather than the down escalator. It's like we have both escalators there and we're in the middle of maintenance and we're like maybe we should go up the down escalator in order to get there faster, but it's moving too fast and it's keeping us in the same spot. So we're in maintenance right now. That's love, man. Thanks. 1 month away from 2 years. 23 months, Fire King. Thank you for being a part of my live streams, my community, a major part of the community for 23 months. I mean, that means the world to me, man. That really does. Um, what I mean is, you've been correct. The bull run is coming. That I've been correct? 2025, 2023, let's buy each other's Lambos. I'm not buying any Lambos. I'm not dealing with any more car dealerships at this point. Um, any word on Zelda change to 2.0? Not any major word on when that's going to happen. I believe that they're going to come back with information sometime soon. I know it's more about where the market is rather than time frames on like whether things are done or not. Um, the time frame right now, and it seems like it would be just their luck. They were like, oh well, tentative date of like doing it this time, and then they were just checking to see if the market would pump or would be dumping at that point. And seeing that the market was dumping at that point, it seems like the times where they're like, hey, we're going to launch, it's not going over well with the overall market itself. And they're not picking the best time. So eventually they're going to pick the right time in order to do so and make sure that things people are investing into plays and not just something that's standing there. Yes, you do have investors that are kind of standing here twiddling their thumbs a little bit, trying to understand what's going on with it. Um, but we'll see. When I first got into crypto in 2021, I was looking for knowledge. I listened to several shows. I finally came across you live one day and have been hooked ever since. By far my favorite. I appreciate that so much, Gary Fowler. Um, you know, that's something that I try and do is make it real, right? It's not always about, hey, this is pump and dump or I don't know, schemes or whatever people are doing, right? It's not about, being having the most energy possible. It's about being real, and try and, speak facts, speak knowledge a little bit. And when I have conversations with people about cryptocurrency and investing in real life, it's the same thing. Whether it's one-on-ones that we end up having virtual or, directly in person. I try to give you guys an understanding of where I'm coming from, what I'm investing into, and what you should be looking into. It's not about copying what I'm investing into. It's about you understanding why I'm investing into it. And then when you go and make your decision for a future investment, you're understanding why you are making that investment. It's not about me and what I'm doing. It's about you see this, you understand the circulating supply, you understand the lack of dilution, you understand what the project brings to the table, the future, whether it's a 5 year plan, 10-year plan, whatever it is, you understand all of those different things about the project. Um, and whether it's going to be a short term based on just, um, 24-hour movement, 7 day movement, what the market cap can be, or like I said, lack of dilution, um, or whether it's going to be something long term. I mean, you're making that decision. Uh, be risky, drive on bald tires, and invest that $400 into crypto. That's not. That's a little too risky right there. Don't be sticks in the mud. I always make sure I watch your Jasmine update videos, bro. Well, thank you, thank you. I try to give people updates on that every now and then. There's not too much information on it, but try and give people some updates on where I believe it's going to go, especially my exit plan and stuff. That's key in any investment that I make. Um, Let me ask you. I have roughly $300 in dividend income in annually. Should I allow the money to pile up in my interest bearing core account, or let the money reinvest into itself? So I typically, with my dividends, I reinvest it into itself, um, just because it's kind of that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Um, and if you truly believe in those dividend plays, then that's what you do. But if you have another opportunity, there's sometimes where I'll see a dividend play that's too good to be true. Collect those dividends and reinvest those dividends, not into it, but invest those dividends into something that I feel like it's a consistent mover, like maybe in an ETF, or some sort of mutual fund that I come across, or I'll put it directly into the kids' 529 account. So, um, honestly, that's what I would do, but I'm not saying that that's where you stand. We're all at different ages. We're all at different, spots. So it depends what you're trying to do with the money, right? If you're trying to turn that into something a lot bigger, then it becomes more of your risky fund, right? You're putting those dividends into something that's more risky, but you're also losing out on the opportunity of capturing those dividends. So, and doing something big with those dividends. What's the point of having dividend plays if you're not gaining the dividends and putting it in the right spot? And maybe risky plays are the right spot. If it turns out to be great, and that $3,000 or $300 turns into $3,000, um, then that's the right spot. And now you can put the $300 into less risky plays, or $1,000 or whatever into less risky plays, and then put the $2,000 into more risky plays, or moderately risky plays. So it's again, I hate to always say like it's all depending on what your situation is, but it is. It really is. Fire King Matt can't tell you what to do. He can only give you info. Yeah, I mean, he knows that. He obviously knows that. It's just something to have a conversation. Makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I hate to be that person, because I was watching a show. There's this new show on Netflix that I really really like. It's called How to Get Rich, and he always talks about living your rich life. I've never heard of him, but it's very interesting the way that he confronts people, and talks about finances and stuff. Like, I know he's a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, but it makes sense what he is saying, and everything that he is saying. I would say, like, what they need to do. Like, if he calls out something and talks about their mortgage and how it's too high, I'll talk about the fact that it needs to be less than what they say is less than 30%. I say it needs to be less than 25%, just to be 100% safe and have 75% towards a lot of other things that are there. So it's just great to be able to see somebody that's kind of on the same page, um, not financially, but just understanding the financial situation. Sure, he's more well off than I am, but everybody has their own unique situation, and like he says, everybody's has a different rich life that they want to live. Um, it's a good show. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, definitely go and check it out. I'm sure you'll be very interested in it. Uh, that is a strong. Fire King gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Fire King, for doing that. Um, Hopefully people enjoy their memberships. I want to go to members only in like maybe 4 minutes, right? If we have members that are here, we only have like 3 members, and then we have 10 new members that are here. I appreciate you gifting the membership. Do you own any Vault? I don't own any Vault. I did when it was version 1, but I don't at the moment, no. Great content. Can you tell us where we can buy Pepe? Let's see. Go here. And currently up 44%. But again, I'm not saying that I recommend that people buy this. Not saying that it's horrible. I'm just saying that since it is up so much, you're putting yourself at risk, of losing a lot of that. But if we go over to markets, we'll be able to see where we can get it. Uniswap, you can get it there. MEXC, you can get it there. Pancake Swap, version 3. Sorry. And a lot of other plays. If you go over to CoinMarketCap, you'll be able to see where you can get it. You may have to pay fees in certain areas or higher fees in certain areas, depending on what the gas fees are at that time. But yeah, that's where you can get it. Gate.io, again, MEXC. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you're interested in it. But I'm not getting into that play. Not saying it's horrible. Again, anybody see the Warriors game, the Warriors and Kings? I was excited. I was definitely like, I was thinking they were going to lose because of the fact that I didn't think Steph Curry would let them, but I thought they were going to lose because they aren't really a good road team. But I'll tell you what, Steph put a whole team on his back, scoring 50 points in a game 7. That's clutch, especially the way Clay was shooting. He was like, I don't even know what he was, like 4 for like 18 or something. And then Andrew Wiggins wasn't shooting well. Like there was no reason that they should have won that game besides Steph and Looney getting like 20 rebounds, 21 rebounds. So, and seeing how many offensive rebounds he got as well gave him a second chance and kind of broke down the defense a little bit. So, I don't know, it was just a good game. Now you get to see LeBron versus Steph one more time before, you may get to that point where LeBron isn't as competitive and competes for a championship and is in the conversation every year. Because I know he wants to play with his son. So he's probably going to be in the NBA for maybe like 2 more years. Because, yeah. And probably just do not really the bare minimum, but sort of close to it, That should be interesting. It was good. Stephen A. Matthew. Yeah, I guess. Pepe going down. What's your opinion about it? I think that it definitely has hype behind it. Definitely has people that are investing into it, but it doesn't remind me of like early stages SHIB or early stages Doge, right? It reminds me of like an Elon, or honestly a Floki, which could have a decent amount of value, and you could see things that are running quite a bit. But the point is that I don't see much more in it after that. Now, if it does grow, then you can say, "Hey, you were wrong, Matt," and I will take it. I will sit here and be like, "Yep, I was wrong, 100%." But the point is that right now, in order to limit the risk, in order to minimize the risk, investing into a play that has grown by so much makes no sense at this point. If you're already invested into it and have taken your initial investment, leave the rest for what it can be. But the point right now would be like you investing $100, $200, $300 or $1,000 or $20,000 into it. You're losing out, or you're putting up so much risk, and having the potential chance to lose half of it, or 80% or 70% of it, maybe even up to 99%. You never know, right? It could lose all popularity. So, yeah. And again, I'm not saying that's what will happen. I'm not trying to put a damper on things or say that you guys are going to lose all your money. I'm just saying be careful, especially something that's worth $417 million of a market cap, seeing all the volume that's going into it. It's great to see it running. It's great to see it happen like that. But I'm going to sit on the sidelines, enjoy what's happening. And if you were able to invest in it before, you could have made tons of money with that, or doubled your money, tripled your money, whatever. But the point is like after that, after it hits a certain level, it doesn't make sense to invest into it for unbelievable gains. It would just be for like, hey, if this $100 2x's, that would be great. It's not about if this $1,000 turns into $14 million or this $100 turns into $100,000. That's not what it's about. It's about doubling your money, maybe even getting 30% or whatever, and going on about your day. Because again, $417 million market cap is a lot. All right, I don't know how many people will be commenting. So let me go ahead and go to members only. I don't know how many members are here. I hope that some more members are here, but I want to go to members only for the last maybe like 15 minutes because we're going to go until about 12:30, and then I need to get some lunch. It's so funny because I saw Pepe, a Major Duck. If you let's see, standard moderator. If you refresh your screen, you're going to be a moderator just so that you don't have to become a member. I feel like you're a major part and you contribute a lot. So yeah, trying this new line of investing. A new line of investing. Input on Bob. I haven't looked into it really. I know somebody mentioned Bob, and I don't know which one it is. If it is this, I would imagine this is it. It's up 23%, again up to a $41 million market cap. It's like you're starting to see like meme after meme after meme that's gaining quite a bit of traction. The good thing is that you are seeing 100% of the circulating supply that is introduced in every situation, which means that one, people would have access to it. So if they do hold a lot, they can sell it if they feel like it's at a crazy price and they have $1 million on their hands, they could do whatever they want. Um, but then you don't have the ability to dilute the position, which is a good thing. Um, but yeah, I don't really see much in it. A lot of popularity compared to where it's at, $17.6 million. You're seeing Uniswap that you could buy it on. I wish that you saw this much popularity in something like Lunatics token. Why in something that has so much value in creating burns and rewards for people doesn't have as much popularity as something like Bob or Pepe? Like if those had more popularity, you would see so much more burning that's happening for Terra Luna Classic. You would see so much more buying that's happening in Terra Luna Classic because of the rewards. And it would help out that position as well as see a lot of people, maintain a ton of success with all the burning that's happening within it. So it's maintaining its value, increasing the value. I just don't understand how these move and those don't, you know? Hi, members only, new mod hype. Yeah. Thanks for making me a mod. I'm definitely hyped. Yeah, no problem. Lunatics token. Lunatics will definitely have its time, I feel. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it will. I just don't understand. I kind of don't understand why, we won't have major activity happen over there, but you'll have something like Bob that takes off or something like Pepe. So it's just interesting to me, man. It's just interesting. It's just a matter of time. It's purpose alone, and we're not speaking on the team and their integrity. Absolutely. I love the fact that they're so transparent. In everything that they do, they understand that when there's a problem, they will let us know about that problem, and whether it has bad press or good press, they let us know about it. Right? They know that sometimes things will have bad press. They know that if you have a major problem in a new ETH launch, that they will have bad press. But what will be worse is if money got stolen, right? If reward money got stolen, then it would be even worse press. But if you're fixing an issue, fixing a backdoor, I mean, that deserves praise. Even though it's like you could have tried to fix it beforehand, it's something that's very difficult to catch when you're not, when you don't, let's say, everybody doesn't 100% understand everything about the coding. That's what they try and do is hide this under your nose, right? If somebody makes a mistake and accidentally signs a check over to somebody because they they duped him, they were like, ah, well, that's on the scammer. It's not on the person that accidentally signed it. Like, yes, it is like they didn't check it and they'll feel bad, but the point is that the person that scammed them or the person that did that was the one that should be held accountable. And I like the fact that they're just jumping into it and going, look, a mistake has been made. We're gonna go ahead and nip this in the butt before anything happens. What's Pepe's fundamentals? Nothing really, just a meme. Looks like these are pumps based on nothing. Nothing more than speculation. Absolutely. On nothing more. Yes. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Does Lunatics burn Lunic? I can't remember. Yes, they do. So the BSC side burns Lunic. I believe the ETH side is going to burn ETC, or sorry, BTC. Not burn BTC, but give you rewards in BTC, and still, I believe, burn Lunic. I'm pretty sure. I believe they're capturing that to do that. Um, so no, they both burn Lunic. Let me clarify that. The ETH side and the BSC side burns Terra Luna Classic. The rewards though on the BSC side, it's Terra Luna Classic. On the ETH side, it's BTC. Pretty sure that that's the case. Um, we haven't seen many burns that have gone through lately. And what we're going to see is as we see more transactions, as we see more exchanges and all that stuff, you should see some more burns. But the problem that still remains is if exchanges are going to allow the taxes to happen over there in order to have the burn, implement the burn, as well as a lot of the rewards. And honestly, they should, because that's what Lunatic's functionality is. Um, so I would like to know how Pepe got transactions or transaction. I don't know. Still worried about this overall dealership situation. Got 2 viewers over on TikTok, or not TikTok, Twitch. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I saw it going up around when it came out, and I had no idea when it came or where it came from. So I wonder myself. Yeah, I kind of wish I always see these plays that I can get into, but you never know what they're going to be, right? Everything talks about how it's going to be the most major project and how we're going to see things run to a whole nother level and all of this other stuff. So you can't really figure out what people are going to follow, what people are going to flock to. Um, for Dogecoin's case, it was out here since 2013, and it really happened in what, 2019, 2020, that we saw this start to really take off or start to make any type of moves. Shiba Inu, I believe that was in right after Dogecoin, like 2021, 2020, 2021. And seeing that run to a whole nother level is ridiculous, right? So going from a level to where it's worth millions of dollars to multiple billions of dollars is something you can't fully predict that it's going to take place. You can do all of your research into something, but something could have the best use case in the world but have no popularity and it's not going anywhere. But something that has amazing popularity with no use case, it's tough to find those in the beginning stages. You know, I don't know. Seems like we don't really have a lot of members here. We just have some moderators that are in the chat. So I'll open it back up. I just wanted to check to see who was here before we get out of here. Who's just subscribers only. Actually, absolutely couldn't have said it any better myself. Well, thank you. If you were talking about me, thank you. Sometimes I don't remember what I said. Sometimes it's good stuff and I just don't remember it. I would love to go out and golf today, man. I'm so drained from last week and making sure Hayden gets on the potty. I'm also worried about her peeing in her pants today because she has on underwear at daycare and they were talking about how every 2 hours they take her to the bathroom and I'm like, every 2 hours? That seems like a problem. He's 3 years old. You need to take them every hour. Like you need to make sure that they go on the bathroom every hour. If they get any type of juice or any type of water in their system, they're peeing in their pants. So, what project you support the most? Um, Probably the project that I'm not only like the most bullish on. It's not about gaining the most out of it. It's the one that I believe in the most, which would be CRO. Honestly, um, I just really do think that they have so much going for them with the exchange going for them with the Kronos network. Um, just I just think it's just a game changer. It's going to be a game changer. So CRO is probably the one that I believe in the most. The one that I think we're going to be able to gain the most out of is probably Terra Luna Classic, just with where it can go with the amount of people that are invested into it. The one that has the most unknowns with it is probably Shiba Inu, that gives you a lot more potential, but then also um, doesn't really provide you with a ton of history of breaking through barriers. I guess I don't know how else to put that. So CRO, the most belief. Lunic, probably the most gains. Shiba Inu, the most unknown, which makes it the most interesting. You're not cool unless you pee your pants. That's what I heard. Don't catch me doing that. Good day, mate. Good day to you too. GM, appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're gonna be live for about 7 more minutes, and then we'll head off here. Um, like I said, I was thinking about going live from like 8 o'clock until probably now. I want to try and go live a lot more or a lot longer. That's why I decided to leave my 9 to 5, is to remain live for a little bit longer and talk about stocks, talk about everything that's going on, talk about crypto. I haven't talked about the stock market in a while, and I would love to be able to put that on my live stream as well, and on my NFA channel. I just worry about exchange tokens. You just worry about exchange tokens because of being labeled unregistered securities. Um, a lot of them don't make money from the investments that they have there. A lot of them, like the CRO, doesn't its purpose isn't to make money. It's to provide some sort of a uh, service for people, or a currency for people to have some sort of service there, but not for them to make profit off of that itself. Exchanges, yes, they make money off of the transaction fees, but not off of just CRO. I think they actually lose money off of CRO by providing it for free. Not for free, but for people that are staking. I think there's a CRO AMA tomorrow. Yes, at 1:30 p.m. So I think I will be live. I think I'll be live literally. I don't want to commit to it, but I want to be live from like 8 o'clock until the AMA is over. So I remember those days where I would go live twice a day, and that was always great. Be able to have different conversations. What is their value beyond paying fees for the platform? Not only paying fees for just the platform, um, but also for CRO their NFTs, right? Their NFTs is a big deal, where you would be able to. A lot of people are flocking to buying their NFTs, and if NFTs become even more huge, you're looking at just using CRO as a form of purchasing those NFTs, kind of like Ethereum with OpenSea and stuff like that. So you have that level to where you can use that in a big way. Um, you have the understanding of the Kronos network and all the coins that go through there as a form of payment or fees that are associated with it. As well as, from what I hear about a Chronoverse being a big deal, that could also be a big selling point, and as well as maybe being at a certain point in holding a certain amount of CRO to utilize the exchange in the future. You don't know exactly what's going to happen there. So honestly, it there's still a bunch of unknowns, but there's definitely so much room for CRO to be worth a lot more, depending on what they do with it. And that's not even to mention, um, a, not surrounding the use case, but surrounding what the project is and what it stands for. It currently is a deflationary project, even though it's not seeing multiple forms of decreasing that supply. It currently is a deflationary project, and I believe they have that vote for and I don't know how that went or if it's going for making it more deflationary, creating some sort of a burn rate associated with it, and I think that could be beneficial. Now, will it be game changing and change absolutely everything? No, it probably won't change much and have a very low effect. But the point is that it makes it deflationary and fights the inflation, the natural inflation that CRO has. So it is inflationary overall if you're looking at the project based on how much inflation it's gaining. But if you look at based on the bigger picture, you're seeing that 70 billion has been burned off, meaning that it it was ultimately the overall picture is deflationary project from 100 billion tokens down to 30 billion. Now, from here on out, 25 in circulating supply. From here on out, you're seeing more of an inflation rate of like, what is it, 2.6%? And they want to find a way to decrease that. So it would naturally still be inflationary up to a certain point, but you never know what could happen with more burning that could happen directly from crypto.com, depending on how much they want to compete with BNB by price, not only by market cap. So, um, or with Binance by price and BNB. So we'll see. But you're right by saying it is naturally inflationary, but overall, a deflationary aspect to it with how much has been burned off, way more than 70% of the overall um, of the CRO burn vote opens tomorrow. But that's literally just to fight inflation or fight increased inflation on the position. Any thoughts on the market that's going down so far? I mean, there was a ton of thoughts on it. I wouldn't be able to get through all of them in a matter of 1 minute. So make sure you go through it and you'll see where my thoughts were on the market and where we stand. But I definitely will have some videos out today to where we talk about this. And I want to be able to break down a lot of other things and make sure we have more structure in future live streams. And whether they start early and end early, or they start late and end late. I want to spend some more time with you guys. So anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. If you want to communicate with me directly, the best way would be through Patreon or through Discord group. We do have, I was talking to some people on Discord earlier today, just trying to get that going again, because I know we have, I think we have how many people? I can't remember exactly how many people we have, server stats. We have about 28 people overall. We have 20 members, 8 bots that are in it, whether it's Twitter or YouTube or something like that. Feel free to go over to Patreon, sign up for the Discord level, sign up for the most popular level, which is the Profit Hands level, and be a part of it over there. But yeah, come and talk to us over on Discord. Fire King is over there as an admin, so if you want to go and talk to him, I'll eventually get to you at some point. It should be fairly quickly. I do get notifications now on my phone for Discord and for Patreon. So if you want to message me privately, you can always do that. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Let's figure out how to lose money together in these markets. I mean, it seems like the case. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos, and I will catch you guys in the next.